Hello friends, again welcome to my channel. Now today we are discussing about one of the important thing related to the genetics, that is the genetic code. Now this genetic code, it is majorly related with the concept of central dogma within the molecular biology. Now whenever we are discussing about this central dogma within the molecular biology, it means majorly firstly there is the information which is stored within the DNA. It is get converted into the messenger RNA through the process of transcription, and then from the transcription this sequence of the nucleotide it is get converted into the sequence of amino acid. It means there is the formation of protein through the process of translation, and it is considered to be the central dogma of molecular biology. Means the transcription, it is the flow of information from DNA to the RNA, and within the translation there is the flow of information from RNA to the protein. Now within this, again here there is the diagrammatic representation of the how there is the information it is get transferred, means from DNA to the mRNA and to the mRNA to the protein. Means whenever there is the process of protein synthesis, the mRNA it is responsible for forming, or it is an correspondence in between the DNA, that is the sequence of nucleotides within the DNA, and the sequence of amino acid which is present within the protein molecule. Now majorly the genetic code, which is considered to be a genetic language. It is a genetic language, it is a set of rules which is used by the living cells, which are responsible for translating or for converting the information which is present within the genetic material, that is either the DNA or within the mRNA sequence of nucleotide triplets, into the sequence of amino acid into the protein. It is a genetic code. Means here the genetic code, it is a genetic language in which the sequence of the codons or the sequence of the nucleotides, these are present in the form of codons, and majorly it is get converted into the sequence of amino acid within the protein. Now the deciphering the genetic code, it requires required to determine how the four nucleotides, because we know that within the DNA, which is the genetic material in all living organisms, there is the presence of four nucleotides, and majorly the sequence of these four nucleotide bases, that is adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. This sequence of nucleotides which are present within that, it is specifying the sequence of amino acid which is present within the protein. And majorly, essentially there is the presence of the 20 amino acid which is used for the preparation or for the synthesis of the proteins. Normally in nature there is more than the 20 amino acid, these are present, which are observed within the protein. But whenever we are thinking about the process of protein synthesis, within that there is only use of the 20 amino acid. So we are concentrating on this 20 amino acid, how this 20 amino acid, these are get coded through these genetic codes. Now firstly the Francis Crick and the Sidney Brenner, they determined that the DNA it is read in the set of 3 nucleotides. Means firstly the scientist Francis Crick and the Sidney Brenner, they are responsible for the giving idea that these nucleotide sequence which are present within the mRNA, these are read in the set of 3 nucleotides, that is the genetic code, it is a triplet codon. It is discovered by the Francis Crick and the Sidney Brenner. Now again the genetic code, it is an outcome of experiments. Means different scientists, they are responsible for performing the experiments on the genetic code or to getting the extra information about this genetic code. The scientists M. Nirenberg, then the S. Okai, then the Harvinder Singh Khurana, Francis Crick and the Matthew. All of these, they are responsible for performing the different experiment. The Professor M. Nirenberg was awarded Nobel Prize in 1961 for his work within the genetic code. Again the Dr. Hole and the Hargobind Singh Khurana and Dr. Nirenberg, they are named co-winners of the Nobel Prize in 1968. Now we are switch over to the what are the specific characteristics of the genetic code. Now this genetic code, which is and the genetic language, it is must be a triplet codon. It must be an triplet codon. Now triplet codon, it means, as we say that within the DNA or within the mRNA there is the presence of 4 nitrogen bases. within the mRNA, instead of thymine, which is an pyrimidine base present within the DNA, there is the presence of uracil. So we are concentrating as an uracil base, because whenever we are discussing about the genetic code, these are present within the mRNA molecule. Okay, now the genetic code, it is a triplet code. It means a group of 3 nucleotides, it is responsible for giving a single, or it is responsible for specifying a single amino acid. It is called as a genetic code. It is a triplet code. If we are considering a single nitrogen base as a single amino acid, then it is responsible for giving only the, or it is specifying only the 4 amino acid, which is not sufficient because we are having the 20 amino acid. If we are considering the group of 2 nucleotide bases as an code, then it is responsible for giving the 16 different codons, which are again not sufficient for specifying the 20 amino acid. For that purpose, whenever we are getting the combination of 3 bases, majorly they are responsible for giving the 64 different combinations, and these are the number of codons which are sufficient for giving the, or for giving the 20 amino acid, or for specifying the 20 amino acid. It is the one specific property of the codon, that is the genetic code. It is a triplet code. The second property, it is the code, it is non-overlapping. Now in a non-overlapping code, the same letter, that is the base, it is not used in the formation of more than one codon. Means one base it only read in once. It is called as the non-overlapping nature of the codon. The third property, it is the code, it is commaless. Now as we say that the genetic code, it is a genetic language, but like other languages, majorly there is no any type of the punctuations these are used within the code. Means there is the continuous sequence of the nitrogen bases, these are present within the code. No any full stop or commas, these are present in to differentiate the 2 codons. Due to that, it is considered to be the code, it is commaless. Again next one, it is the code, it is unambiguous. Means these codons, these are constant one. In any conditions, if one code, it is code for the specific amino acid, these are only specify that amount. Means AUG as it codes for the methionine, then in every condition it is responsible for code for the methionine. It is called as the unambiguous nature of the code. Next property, it is the genetic code, it is universal. Now means for all living organism, these genetic codes, these are constant. These genetic code, these are constant. Means either these are the prokaryotes or eukaryotes, the AUG it codes for the methionine only. Only there are certain changes or certain exceptions, these are observed within the mitochondrial DNA. Within the mitochondrial DNA. The next, it is the genetic code has polarity. Now the genetic code has polarity, it means whenever there is the decoding of the mRNA, that is the whenever these genetic codes, these are decoded during the process of translation, they are read in a specific direction, like the 5' to 3' direction. As the DNA replication, it carry out within the 5' to 3' direction. In the similar way, majorly the genetic codes, these are also read within the 5' to 3' direction, and due to that, it is considered to be that the genetic code has polarity, it only reads within one direction. Now the initiation codon and the termination codon. Now the initiation codon, it means it is an first code which is present at the initiation site during the translation process, or at the 5' end of the mRNA molecule, the code which is present, it is called as the initiation codon. And within all living organism, the initiation codon, it is the AUG. AUG, it is code for the methionine. Means methionine, it is the first amino acid which is to be added within the polypeptide chain during the translation process. Now this AUG, majorly within the prokaryotes, instead of insertion of the methionine, there is the modification of this methionine, that is there is the addition of N-formyl methionine whenever the AUG it is present at the initiation site. Whenever within the intermediate site there is the presence of this AUG codon, it only responsible for adding the methionine, not the N-formyl methionine. Means this AUG, it is an initiation codon. Now what are the termination codon? Now as we are having the 64 different combinations of the codes, majorly within that, out of these 64 codons, the 61 codons, these are responsible for code for the specific amino acid. But the 3 codons which are present within that, these are not code for any amino acid. So these are considered to be the termination codon, that is responsible for terminating the process of translation, or they are maybe called as the stop codons, or as these are not having the sense about any amino acid, so these are also considered to be the nonsense codon. These are considered to be the nonsense codon. Now these three termination codons or nonsense codon, these are the UAA, which is also called as the ochre, the UAG, which is called as the umber, and the UGA, which is called as the opal. UAA ochre, UAG umber, and UGA opal. Now the another important property of the genetic code, it is there is the degeneracy of the codon. The genetic code, it is degenerate. Now degenerate, it means, as we know that there are the 20 amino acid, but we are having the 61 different codons, and these 61 codons, these are responsible for coding the 20 amino acid. It means for a single amino acid there is the presence of more than one codon, and it is called as the genetic code, it is degenerating, or the genetic code, it is degenerate. For example, within this figure you can observe that for the phenylalanine there is the two different types of the codons, that is the UUU and UUC. For the leucine there are the 6 different types of the codons: UUA, UUG, CUU, CUC, CUA and CUG. These are the 6 different codons for the leucine. Only for the tryptophan and for the methionine there is a single codon which specifying the methionine and the tryptophan. All other amino acid, these are having the more than one codon. For the proline, again CCU, CCC, CCA and CCG. For the alanine, GCU, GCC, GCA and GCG. Again for the glycine, GGU, GGC, GGA and GGG. Likewise, means for a single amino acid there is the presence of more than one codon. It is responsible for specifying the same amino acid. This property, it is called as the degeneracy of the codon. So in short, it is the information about the genetic code. So if you like this video, please subscribe my channel and also share this video with your friends. Thank you.